모든 경기장 도시형.
All right, welcome to Shattered Temple, ladies and gentlemen. And here at the 12 o'clock position, we have our Teal Pro-Toss player from the team FX Open Esports. That is Oz. And his opponent down here at the 6 o'clock position is our Purple Zerg player. That is Liquid TLO.
All right. Well, man, I am like so pumped for this game right here. I mean, one of the things is that Shattered Temple, it's still typically not a map that a lot of Zergs prefer to play on. So you know, TLO has to have a specific plan in mind for Oz here.
And let's see, Oz is going to open up with a pylon right there. Kind of an interesting spot. Usually people, I mean, of course, this is way too wide to try to do any sort of a Forge Fast Expand across this area, which, who knows, maybe Oz will do like a 2-pylon weird giant wall. But most people, you know, of course, bury that pylon back here so they can start the structures as quick as possible over to their Nexus. Yeah, now here's the thing, is that one of the potential dangers is going for that Forge-type expand against Zerg on this map is that it's so easy for Zergs to get there really quick with a Roach Speedling all in. And we've seen a lot of Zerg players win games like that as well. So Oz definitely taking a gamble, kind of saying, all right, I think my scouting and my control, those are both plenty good enough to defend anything that TLO sends at me. So we'll see, you know, because we've seen Zerg players pick this map. And then is TLO going to hatch 14
first?
Hatch
first from TLO. That is brave.
And
I mean, when
Nexus
your opponent
first.
Yeah, looks like it will be, but man, if I just don't. All right, this is okay. So normally you'd have the Protoss scouting by now, and if a Protoss saw that, they'd be like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna cannon your natural, I guess."
Yeah.
So, but it looks like Oz is not scouting.
No, he is just gonna. Okay, you remember when we were talking about having that bad map tournament? And we were going to see how new strategies panned out on old maps, essentially, is what it amounted to. It's kind of, we're kind of getting a glimpse of that right here, as a matter of fact, because we have Shattered Temple. Never in a million years, oh my god, he is going to make the giant wall all the way across. Never in a million years would I thought to have seen Nexus first, especially knowing that your opponent picked Shattered Temple for a reason. You know, here's the thing. I need to go back and watch some of Oz's other games against Zerg on this map, because this seems an awful lot like TLO expected Oz to do something like this. I mean, Oz obviously does like the Nexus first, but even, you know, Oz should be a little bit worried about doing that on this map. And look at this, no scouting at all. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go back and watch some of Oz's games. I wonder if he legitimately doesn't scout until after he does this. This is a very late scout coming out for Oz. And TLO, I think, maybe taking advantage of that. Look at that, 2 really fast gas from TLO. Oh, man.
Wow. Oh, man. TLO, I would say, is almost most definitely going for some sort of all-in.
Something of the Baneling Roach variety or Baneling Zergling? Or?
Well, I'd be surprised to see Banelings just because of, you know, the danger with doing that. But I think a Roachling all-in would work quite nicely here. He's got 2 queens about ready to pop out as well. Oh, this game is just, like, this is the most tense game ever, man. I mean...
All right, well, we'll find out here in a second what he's going to go with. Back on Oz's side of things, Cybernetic score is up at the front now, so he is continuing to wall that in. TLO accumulating quite a bit of gas, as we can see, though.
Oh, and he kept the probe out of his base, too, in the middle of the map. We didn't get a chance to see it, but he zoned out that probe with the Zerglings and the Queen, so Oz still has no idea. He saw the hatchery, and he saw it was done, so that may give him a bit of an inkling as to what's going on. A lair coming up for TLO. Is this like fastest Mutalisks ever or something like that?
I don't know, man.
What is TLO doing? This is the craziest build. I mean, I think a Speedling Roach all-in would have worked just fine, but he's going for something crazy here.
Yeah, it is TLO that we're looking at, though. We should keep that in mind.
Is this going to be like a Nidus bust or something like that in the main? Maybe
oh, you're absolutely right. That could very well be, but he is adding a 3rd gas right now, and he would need all that. There's the Roach Warren now.
Right. Is he... Okay, so maybe this will... Well, huh.
I know.
I think... You know, he could just... No, because... TLO, why do you play like this, man? It's so confusing to watch, but this is why I love TLO.
Of course.
It's so much fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
But he's confusing me right now, all right?
There's Lair
Tech. Build I haven't seen. I think it's got to be a Nidus Worm. I think it's got to... He's going to Nidus into... no, he's going to Roach drop.
Yes,
into
it is.
Oz's
There's Ventral
main.
Sax. Ventral Sax is coming up now. May see Pneumatized Carapace in a bit as well, but he's got speed for his Lings coming up. He's going to be able to produce quite a few Roaches as well.
Here's the thing, though, is that if Oz goes for a typical gateway sort of opening, which it looks like he is. He's not going for Stargate or anything like that. Adding on those 3 gateways, he should have Warp Gate research and some gateway units by the time that drop happens. So I don't know if this timing is going to quite work out so well for TLO, unfortunately. But it's going to be very exciting to see if it does or not. Oz is certainly not going to be expecting it.
No.
I think that much is a given, but... It's,
really? This is standard.
Yeah, I know. That's yeah, I see this every day.
Yeah, of course.
No, it's such a unique build from TLO.
Yeah.
And if he catches Oz with this and wins the match, that will be a game that will live in infamy for FXO.Oz. Getting Overlord speed as well. He definitely needs to.
It and then restarted it.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay, all right.
Not sure why. All right, but he is going to have a good number of Overlords. They're already starting to float out there. Of course, he's really going to want Pneumatized Carapace to be done, but it looks like it's going to finish at about the same time Ventral Sax does.
Well, you can see he's doing this. Oh, look at this. Here comes the attack, though. But TLO, I think, should be able to defend it. He went for units so early on.
Yeah.
Oz not expecting this, although this will cause Oz to shore up his defenses at home more, but it's going to cause him to build cannons at his mineral line.
That's exactly what's happening.
Line, at his natural and not in his main base. So this still might work out okay for TLO.
God, those +1 Zealots are so resilient. It's ridiculous. They took out all those Zerglings there, but you're absolutely right. Here are the Photon Cannons up at the front. A robotics facility as well, as Oz is still continuing to invest in infrastructure.
I don't think that Oz saw all those Overlords heading across the map. If he did, he should have known for sure here.
Yeah.
Roach speed is finished too, so TLO will be able to reinforce this fairly soon. Is this going to be enough Roaches, though?
I don't know. He's showing his hand here with just a couple of units.
He needs to go after that pylon immediately. He needs to kill those pylons. And that's exactly what he's going for. Okay, yeah, if he kills both pylons, he can stop those gateways from making production. And, oh, that's a lot of sentries. So, like I said, the gateway unit's so high for Oz.
I don't know. Let's see here as TLO continues to drop in units. Guardian Shield is down, but the sentry numbers are starting to go down. Yeah, the sentry numbers are actually falling pretty quickly. Here come the Speedlings. All right. Okay, well, the +1 Zealot is out as well, helping to buffer up at the front, but now the Speedlings are starting to take down those sentries pretty quickly. Is TLO going to have enough here?
I don't know. It's so close. He's got more Roaches over. He needs some micro and ferry his units from the upper ground to the high ground as well.
Yeah.
Killing those sentries, though, is plenty. I mean, he might decide to just go home with that. That is such a nice little bonus there.
It really is, but I don't know, man. He's continuing to run up to the front. He's reinforcing with more units, but now Oz is onto his game.
Yeah, this is too much. TLO needs to pull back here. He's not going to do any more damage with this.
All right.
He maybe can focus down another sentry or two, but after this, you should definitely call it a day as far as this aggression goes.
He's killing a couple of units, but he's doing nothing but producing Roaches behind this. He's doing nothing but producing Roaches.
He's going for it. He's going for it. He's dropping in more Roaches. Oh, man, is TLO going to have enough? A lot of probes being lost by FXO.Oz right now. I can't believe it. Is this actually going to work?
I don't know, man. We take stock of where it is right now. Units have 46 probes, 47 probes now to 35, and it looks like Oz is able to stabilize. The Roaches are not coming quick enough, and it looks like Oz is going to hold.
Yeah, TLO needs to go home with this. All right, he pushed it maybe a little bit too far there. He is behind significantly on workers right now. Oz, though, he lost all his sentries. That's a ton of gas that he lost. And he did lose a couple probes, so maybe this would work out. How many cannons are at the main right now?
3 and an Immortal.
3 and an Immortal. Okay, so will that work?
Yeah, no, TLO's going to have to run around. Maybe just wants to show, pull units away, something like that. He is going to have a massive drop here in a second, though.
So going for the Doom drop. Will it be enough? The second Immortal's on the way. And
TLO, watch out!
TLO's got to be careful, man. That's a lot of anti-air that Oz has right now. He did it to draw the units away to allow him to land at this location. But will it be enough units? Oh, look at those force fields from Oz.
Very, very nice. Pitting a lot of units in place right now. Forces TLO to pit back up, and that actually gives Oz the opportunity to deal with the front line of Roaches there. He has started to stabilize once again. Immortal being pulled off the line to help against the Roaches. And now all of these units are 1-1. Looks like the Immortal is eventually going to fall, but look at that. Oz just continuing to bring in more and more units. And ladies and gentlemen, I think he is going to clean this up and claim the game. Oh, he's also warped into his opponent's... No, okay, it's just a Zealot sitting there. He doesn't have a pylon, but he does have units inside of his opponent's base.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. I don't think TLO can win with this drop strategy. He's going to need to do something else. He's behind in supply right now. There's the Twilight Council for Oz as well. He's going to get Blink, and then this is definitely not going to work. It was a brilliant idea from TLO, but I don't see it winning this game in its current state. I mean, he needs to do something other than this. It's going for the Baneling nest.
So it is still going to be an all-in.
Well, yeah, he's pretty much all in. There's no changing that.
No, of course.
But, you know, I have seen him turn a 6-pool into like a 30-minute game. So he can, you know, he is very, very good at stretching things out.
Yeah.
But with 2 Immortals out there, there's just no way that he's going to win with his drop strategy, I think. Or at least if he does, it's going to be very surprising. He's going to need to be very Ling heavy if he decides to go for this again, and he certainly is.
And he's not going to bust down the front door either, and there's plenty of units there for Oz.
Again, just so tense. TLO keeping up on supply with FXO.Oz. Blink is on the way, though, now, and he's got an observer out. He's going to know everything that's happening here for TLO.
Yeah, he sees everything, and he critically sees the Banelings morphing in right now.
All right, well, this might work in TLO's advantage, because when those overloads come in, might make the Stalkers stay away from those. But, you know, with Blink getting close to finish, oh boy, here we go. Well, this is the game, folks.
Yeah,
this is it. TLO doesn't win with this. The game is over. Some Banelings being left out. They're like, this was supposed to be our most glorious hour. Oh, no. I don't think this is going to work.
All right. Well, he's going to try it anyway. Man. The Stalker's not going to be able to take out many Overlords. There, the units are drop. There they are. Okay. Baneling's hitting a couple of those units as well. Wants to make sure he can take out those Immortals as quickly as possible. But look how quickly the Roaches are falling. The Banelings have done almost nothing. He is going to take out this last Immortal here, but the Roaches are basically non-existent. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the game.
Yeah, I think that should be it. TLO. Oh, there's the blink out. Yeah, now the attack comes from Oz. He's going to kill a ton of these Overlords. GG.
GG.
Oh, that was close, but TLO in the end just wasn't able to make the all-in work. FXO.Oz brings it to a tie game.
Wow.